You're listening to Hotep Ish with your host, Dewan B. Intelligent Ish Talk, intelligent shit talk, where we balance the profound with the profane. Political satire, celebrity and expert guests, information and entertainment, conversation and solutions. Leave your feelings at the door.
What up, y'all? We are here live. Hotep-ish. Intelligent-ish talk. Intelligent shit talk. Say what's up in the chat room. Let me know that you here. 'Cause we are here live. Talking that jive. We gonna have a little bit of fun today. We gonna read the week. And for some reason, my comment section isn't working on I'm over here like, I ain't got no comments. Now click on YouTube. Y'all been talking. Shit, y'all have been here. What's up, y'all? Hey, I appreciate that, Mama Zeke. Yeah, we are here to do some reading. We see the cool thing about Cardology is this. Cardology, not only can you read a person, you can read events, you can read businesses, you can read the day, you can read the week, you can read the month. You can read a 7-week spread, you can read a yearly spread. You can read a 7-year spread. You can read a 13-year spread. All of these things are open in Cardology. So not only can you read yourself and what's going on for you, you can read the situations around you. You dig what I'm saying? Because Cardology, it works like mathematics. You dig? Every day has a card to it. Has a card assigned to it. And the card that's assigned is based on the calendar, and there are equations. I'm not going to go deep into the equations because they're very boring, but there are equations you can put together based off the 52 deck of the cards to find out which day of the week that card represents also what week of the month, what that card represents for the month and for the week. So today is a 3 of Diamonds day, Monday, July 18th. So when you're reading what it's going to look like in your life for the week, you not only can read your own personal card for the day, you also read the card of the week. And for people who are 3 of Diamonds, their birthdays are January 24th, February 22nd, March 20th, April 18th, May 16th, and June 14th. July 12th, October 6th, August 10th, September 8th, November 4th, and December 2nd. This particular card has a lot of birthdays. Some cards have more than others, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, the King of Spades. The King of Spades is only January 1st. It's the only person that has a King of Spades in their birth chart. They're born January 1st. And the only person that has a Joker as their card is someone born, guess when? January 31st. New Year's Eve. You can read with Cardology. You can read businesses, and you can read businesses 2 ways: by adding up by finding the value of the business based off of its name, or off of the date that it was incorporated. So if you have a business and you ever want to do a business reading from me, if you ever wanted to see what direction to go to in your business, I will need the date that you filed that your business became a thing, an entity. I know for my business, Brown House LLC, that's an Ace of Spades company, because the paperwork was filed an official March 9th. And March 9th is an Ace of Spades day. So anytime that I read my company, my business, which direction I want to take it in, or start trying to see what's coming up, I take it from the card, from the birth date of the card. Now, if you don't know the date the business started, the other way you can add it up is by the name. And how you add it up by name is each letter has a number. So, A is number 1, B is number 2, 3 is number, you know how that goes, A, B, C, 1 through 26. In Cardology, is the same thing. It's 1 through 26, but it's actually, since it's 52 cards, lowercase a is 1 and uppercase A is 27. You know what I mean? So it's 1 through 26 for the alphabet, and then 26 again, and that's the uppercase. And when you when you take the value of each letter and you add it up, whatever that number comes to is that card. Now, if that number comes to a number above 52, then you subtract that number by 52, and that's the card. Why 52? Because it's 52 weeks in a year. Cardology is a mathematics thing. And that's why it's so accurate. So today, I'm going to read the card of the week. And then I'll get into reading some of your readings. I just got a Cash App because people already lining up to get their own reading on Cash App. Okay, cool. I will take the Cash App readings first. Of course I will. Sir Worcestershire, I just got your birthday. I'll read you. It's going to take me about 20 minutes or so to read the spread for the week. And then when I'm done reading the spread for the week, I will get in to reading everyone's spread. The Cash Apps get first dibs. Oh, and also for personal readings, I do have a discount this week only. Only this week. If If you go to my website, breakthroughas.org and book, you get 10% off all of my services with the coupon code July 2022. If you type in the discount code July 2022, only this week, now through Saturday, type in that discount code and get 10% off all of my personal readings for the week. You dig what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I appreciate my mods. Thank you, Quan, for deleting the BS. I appreciate my mods for yakak. Because there's certain people that's in here that didn't get adequate attention from their mama growing up, so they like to come into chat rooms and YouTube and get attention from people they don't know. Because some people out there aren't used to getting attention from the people that they do know. So they come amongst people who are doing things to get attention from those they don't know. So I appreciate my moderators for lighting them up and getting them the hell out of here. Before I get started, shouts out to Jayla, the self-esteem queen, lightthemood.com. I'm burning one of her candles right damn now. I am burning one of her candles right now. Because they smell good. And they feel good. They feel as good as the presentation. The presentation's on point. And the smells are even better. Lightthemood.com. And if you type in my code, WeedSmoke22, you will get 40% off your order. Stay tuned tomorrow at 10 a.m. We have Dr. Clyde Winters, historian, someone who's the foremost scholar on the black presence in ancient America. He's written well over 20 books and dozens more peer-reviewed articles over the black presence in North America, Central America, and South America. He's written about things from all across the world. He's written about Egypt. He's written about Europe. And he's someone whose research you will not want to miss. I've been owning I've been reading his books now for about 5 years. I came up on Dr. Clyde Winters about 2017 when I first heard about him. And I've been getting his books ever since. So I'm so honored to have him on the show tomorrow, so he could talk about the 5 migrations to North America. Clear up all this confusion from a scientific point of view. You dig? What's up, Hartoons? What's up, Quan? What's up, Tasha? C. Vesey? E. Green? What's up, everybody in the chat room? Mama Zeke? We are here, and we about to get it in. So, in Cardology, you have a spread, right? Every card has a 13-card spread. 13-card spread. Just like you have 13 weeks in a season. The traditional zodiac is 13 signs. Now it's 12. When you watch a picture of the Last Supper, that's the zodiac broken down. 13 is a beautiful number. And in the card for Cardology, your birth card is what I have up front. That's the first card. Then you have a Mercury card. That Mercury card deals with the first 13 years of your life if I'm reading your life spread. It also deals with how you communicate. It's a card of impatience. The card of rushing. We all have a Venus card. The Venus card is the next 13-year periods of your life. So if I'm reading between the ages of 13 and 26, these are cards. The Mercury card and the Venus cards are the cards I read the most whenever I'm reading someone's children. A lot of my cardology sessions are me reading children because parents are having issues with. So a lot of times parents want to find out, okay, what are my children's? What's my child's gift? What should I be pointing my child in direction to? Or I have a hard time. We've had a tragedy in our life, and I have a hard time talking to my son or daughter about it. How can I communicate with them? I find out in the cards, and then from the cards, we prescribe a plan, and we come up with a plan together on how to approach working with your children. So it's all kind of angles we work with this. Then we all have a Mars card. The Mars deals with the next 13-year period of our life. That's age 26 to 39. Your Jupiter card, that's when you really start to come in your own, 39 to 52. And then when I'm dealing with your peak, usually that's where that results reward card comes in right here. Cosmic lesson, that usually comes in around the age of 52, which sends you into your Saturn, Uranus, and so on and so forth years. So that's just a little bit of technical jargon behind how I get specific when I'm reading your cards and reading what's going on. So we about to get into it. I'm going to read what this week looks like, and I will be doing more regular weekly readings of the week and of the month, just so we can all exchange and talk a little bit of shit amongst ourselves. You dig? And then I'll get in to read your cards. And again, thank you, mods, for getting these people up out of here. Cool. And Quan over there working. You working hard today, sister. All right, so this is a 3 of Diamonds week. Let's break down the things that you should be looking for. In cardology, we represent the week. The week in cardology starts on Monday. That's why I'm doing today's reading today on a Monday. Monday is the day that the week starts when we're reading our cards. You dig what I'm saying? And from there, we get a new spread for the week. And when I'm doing readings as far as like what I'm going to look out for the week, I use these spreads just to see kind of, what's coming, what's around the corner, what I should look out for, how I should be mentally prepared. Let me put my calendar in here too. All right. So this is the calendar right here. And this is January, June, July. All right, it's July 22. So the card of the day is a 10 of clubs. The card of the week is a 3 of diamonds. 10 of clubs is a master communication card. That's the card of the music producer, of the musician, of the artist. And that's also the card of people who sometimes have a hard time being understood when they speak. That's the card of the day. And if you look at this calendar, if you see your birthday sometime somewhere on this calendar, that's your card. So, card of the week, 3 of diamonds. What does that mean? Let's get into it. First off, we're dealing with a 3. The 3s represents an expressive. 3s are expressive. They represent choices and decisions that are coming. So, this is the week that some of you may be coming upon some tough choices and decisions. 3 can also be the number of indecision because you have so many decisions to make. It's so many decisions to be made, you can become indecisive. So you might feel a little bit indecisive this week. Like, you ever wake up and have a certain feeling, a certain thing inside of you, and you don't know why it's there? Sometimes it's just the energy of that day or the energy of the week. One thing to look out for in this Three of Diamonds week, as a three is also the number of creativity in the cards, innovation, inspiration, imagination. So this is a good week if you're stuck on something, if you want to know what the next best move to make. Tap into your imagination. Tap into your creativity. Sometimes you get stuck on things in life because you've run out of creative ideas and you're looking at what's in front of you and you don't know how to get around it. And that obstacle may seem bigger than you think, than you perceive. That's when it's time to tap into your creativity. That 3 is also a fun and sociable number. So if you want to get out, if you have some fun things planned this week, this is a good week to do something fun. 3 is also childlike. The 3 of Diamonds is it's a very childlike card. And so that can happen. That can have a good way. That can have a good vibration to it or low vibration to it. It's good to have a childlike approach to something new. That means you're entering it with open eyes, knowing you don't know anything, receptive to learn. Childlike can mean, you just having the time of your life, having fun. But childlike can also mean that you're doing too much and you need to sit your ass down. Take 3 whole seats because you're doing too much. So if this week you're feeling a bit rambunctious, if you're feeling a bit impatient, that might be a cue for you to sit down and calm down. If you're having a bad week this week, that's for the high side. If you're having an uncertain week, if the week is kind of like a little fickle, you'll have feelings. If you're not in your right mode or if things aren't right, you're going to feel uncertain. You're going to feel restless, indecisive, and feel very moody, insecure. That's the low vibration of things that could come this week. Because of the energy of the week, a lot of times delusion and worry, that comes when you're looking at what's going on in the world around you, what's going on with people around you. When you're worried about what other people got going instead of yourself. Remember, you must always worry about your damn self. You first. Me first. Your gifts, your blessings, those come when you put yourself first. So if you find yourself looking at what the person next to you is doing, and you comparing that to what you doing, and you comparing everything you got going on in life to what other people got going on, this is going to be a very stressful week for you. I promise you that. Because the energy of this 3 of Diamonds week is about looking in the mirror and looking inside. And that's pretty much typical for a lot of things. The answer to really everything is looking inside. But this week in particular will be very stressful for you if you don't do that. So you absolutely must become and be internally focused. 3 of Diamonds is a card of, it's a card of great creativity. The biggest issue for you this week, if you have a lot of things going on, is deciding which thing you're going to apply yourself to. So if you have a few things jumbled up in your mind going on this week, would it be Monday, make a decision today of what you want to focus on. And then once you decide what you want to focus on, apply yourself to that. Because if you think about the things that you want to do, but you don't apply yourself to it, then you're basically just circle jerking yourself. You know, it's just gonna bring in more worry. We have, I had a wrong screen up. Let me put the screen up. You have an Ace of Spades in Mercury. That means that there's an Ace of Spades is a spiritual card. That's the card of the Magi. A lot of your secret societies around the world, you'll see an Ace of Spades somewhere in their logo or somewhere within their work. That's the card of secrets. See, one thing about an Ace of Spades person, they show you one thing, but they be having something totally different going on behind closed doors. That's the thing about the Ace of Spades person. They be thinking they hiding something from you. And if you don't really know what to look for, they can hide from you. But if you know what to look for, you Ace of Spades people, y'all ain't too hard to figure out. But that's y'all. But for people who aren't paying attention, Ace of Spades is extremely hard to figure out. Or for people, I won't say pay attention, for those who don't know what to look for. So what does that mean in accordance to this week? Some of the things that's telling me that this week is a week of don't focus on the appearance. Focus on what's real. Focus on what's real. And what's real is the image that you saw in your mind. The thing that woke you up this morning. The thing that you know you need to be doing. That's what's real. The illusion is what comes up in front of your face. That's the illusion. The illusion is what's appearing to you. What's real is what you know on the inside. That's what's going on right now in your head. If you're a damn ace, if you with this week, we also have the Seven of Diamonds over there. What is that? Got a Seven of Diamonds over there in Mars. Okay. That's telling me that if you're in a financial situation that's tight this week, don't be plagued by worry. The Seven of Diamonds in Mars means worry. That's telling me that you need to go back to your creativity. Because the theme of the week is Three of Diamonds. That's creativity. Holla if you hear me. If this means something to you in the chat room, let me know. Let me know if this means something to you, if I'm speaking to somebody out there. Because like anything else, some messages aren't for everyone. Some messages are for you, and then the next message is going to go right over your head, but it may be for the person next to you. It's all about interpretation. Holla at me if this is meaning something to you so far. So that's what we're dealing with right now as far as the energy of the week. You have to be willing this week to be open to guidance. Guidance from your inner knowing, your higher self, that voice that's always extremely familiar to you. Okay, I appreciate y'all in the chat room. Y'all saying, yeah, so it does mean something cool. I just want to, because these readings, these weekly readings, they're there to sort of just let you see what is sort of the energies that may be affecting you this week. See, a science like Cardology breaks down not only the person, but the atmosphere, the day, the job, the week. Hey, y'all ever notice when you wake up sometimes you just feel a certain way, but you don't know why? Some days you feel like being an extrovert, going out and having a good time. And then other days you be like, I don't want to talk to nobody. This whole earth can kiss my ass. You be feeling like that, but you don't know why. Sometimes it's just the energy of the day. The energy of the week. Oh, Anthony Thorpe, you say you are 3 of diamonds? Is this touching a lot? Okay, cool. This is cool. That's what I'm trying to do. My normal comment box ain't up. Usually I'll put my comments at the top of the screen, but I can't do that right now. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes this also with the 3 of diamonds. Sometimes this is a 3 of diamonds can have random changes of event, random dramatic changes of event. So this may be a week that some of you out there may have to spontaneously sacrifice something that you want to do for something bigger that you need. So be aware of a fork in the road this week. And if this happens to any of y'all out there listening this week, shoot me a quick email, let me know, or let me know on the next show or whatever. Because some people out there are going to be facing a sudden fork in the road, a sudden thing that makes you switch up how you want it to move this week. Be open to that. Because know this, oftentimes when things get thrown in your face real fast as a sudden change, of course, when it first happens, it feels very traumatic. It feels like, oh, hell no. But usually the outcome to that is something that's very constructive for you. Something that can mean a lot for you. So that's some things that you want to look out for this week. Also with the Ace of Spades and Mercury, it's a lot of truth that's going to drop this week. That Ace of Spades, that's I keep going back to the Ace of Spades in my mind. I mean, in my eye, I keep looking like, man, something about that Ace of Spades. Something's about to come out that's secretive this week, either in your life or just in the country. I don't know what it is, but some secret is going to be exposed this week. Something that's been held back. It may not be some major groundbreaking thing that every news cover channel outlet covers or whatever. It may be. I don't know. But there's something of a secretive nature that will be revealed this week. So for some of y'all out there that's over there hiding secrets from important people, don't come back mad at me throwing a shoe at me when your baby mama, when your girlfriend find out that you got a side baby that you've been hiding. If any of y'all side babies come out this week that you've been hiding from your gal, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. The result for the week is a King of Hearts. That means the King of Hearts can lean towards things that either a romantic relationship or something that you truly want, either romantically or just maybe physically, a thing that you wanted. This is a week that's possible, with that result being the King of Hearts. Because the King of Hearts is also, it also talks about, a secret coming out, and secrets coming out. That's another card of secrets, of revealing secrets. So if you've been secretive and you scared, make tighten your ship up. Or if you're somebody who got some skeletons in their closet, this might be a good week for you to figure out what those skeletons is. You did? It's also a good relationship card too. This is with the King of Hearts being in the result for this week. What that tells me is this: if you're in a relationship with somebody, whether it be a romantic relationship or friendship, and you guys have a strain, if you're going through something where you're having a tough time in your relationships with people, and you're strained out, you're stressed out, this is a good week to heal those strains. This is a good week to heal that. To communicate. Again, Ace of Spades and Mercury is hiding things. If there's a stress going on in your relationships, if there's something that's kind of bugging you and getting in your way. Hey, what's up? Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn is in the house. I'm going to be doing his show pretty soon. And he'll be doing mine pretty soon, man. I love Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn. He's somebody we talked on the phone earlier today. He's somebody who I've been watching for a long time and really got me into numbers. That brother was on Oprah back in the day talking numbers. Since Mr. Strayhorn is in the building, he said 9 of diamonds. I know I'm gonna get to my cash apps, but I gotta put my man. I'm gonna get back to reading, but since Mr. Strayhorn is in the building, I want to read that 9 of diamond card real quick. Then I'm gonna get back to it. Back to reading this the weekly spread. That 9 of diamond. That's the card of new cycles. When that 9 of diamonds shows up, just say if I'm reading a 9 of diamonds, and I'm reading like if I'm reading someone's weekly spread, and I see a 9 of diamonds, what I see is, oh, here come a change. Something new's about to come. Be ready, get prepared. Oftentimes, being a 9, that 9 of diamond, it can reflect a lot of disappointment and frustration. And the reason why that 9 of diamonds can reflect that oftentimes is because 9, as you know, Mr. Strayhorn, in numerology, that's a number that encompasses all numbers underneath it. And to reach the level of a 9 requires a certain level of work, a certain level of work ethic. And sometimes those boundaries, those bars are a little high to reach. But the disappointments only lead to you doing it more, and you going more and more into it. And the more you do it, when you do finally win, as a 9 of diamonds, your wins are big. So as a 9 of diamonds, I can tell you experience frustrations, but when you finally get over those frustrations and you get to where you need to get, oh my God, those rewards are huge. And it's like every bit of frustration that you dealt with leading up to that win, it was all worth it. As a 9 of diamonds, you've been doing this, what you do for a while, over multiple lifetimes. When you get that 9 of diamond card, you have multiple lifetimes tracking down your mission. I'm sure when you were doing numbers, numbers is sort of flow for you. Numbers is something that you've been working with, and with you being a 9, and it makes sense that Lloyd Strayhorn is a 9 of diamonds because he's so great at what he does. You throw a number out to him, and it's like boom, 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 boom. Mr. Strayhorn is like Michael Jackson. Like when you watch Michael Jackson perform, you can tell this is not Michael Jackson's first time on earth being a performer. Michael Jackson probably was working on being a live performer for dozens of lifetimes for him to reach the level of genius and greatness that he was while he was here on this plane. And so true with a lot of 9 of diamonds people. Same with a lot of 9 of diamonds people. You have a lot of leadership qualities because as a 9 of diamonds, you have a king of clubs in your Mars. And the King of Clubs, that's my card. That's the card of the master teacher. The issue with the King of Clubs oftentimes is worry. King of Clubs worry about money. Worry about money too much, because as the King of Clubs, money is always there for you. You just got to be creative at accessing it. It's like, as a King of Clubs, you're always worried about money, but at the same time, you always have enough money to get whatever you need to get done. And you constantly get shown over and over and over again that no matter what happens, you're going to be straight. But no matter how many times you worry, you show that you're going to be straight, you still be having worries. But it's also the card of intellectual brilliance. The reason why people like Mr. Strayhorn is such a great teacher when it comes to numerology is because of that King of Clubs and his Mars. That's that card of the master teacher. As a nine of diamonds in your Venus, you have a two of clubs. What that tells me is you like people that you can share ideas with. You like philosophizing, as the hood niggas say, philosophizing. Really is like you like philosophical debates, but the ghetto with me says philosophizing. You love talking to people that you can have intellectual, philosophical debates with, and not debate, just more leisurely chat. You don't really debate. It's more so a leisurely chat. Now, you don't mind a good argument from time to time, but the arguments are more so in an exchange way, not so much yelling and screaming. More so civil debate. So yeah, that's what I get for that nine of diamonds. And as a nine of diamonds, you're here to experience life for yourself. Like, at the end of the day, you want to see this life thing is something that you do. That you learn best from your experiences, and you can learn from other people. You can, but experience is oftentimes your best teacher. And when you learn, usually those lessons stay with you for good. So, hopefully, I just got to read Lloyd Strayhorn. Y'all know how good I feel. That brother, Mr. Strayhorn, is somebody. He gave me a reading about a year ago in numerology, and boy, I bought Mr. Lloyd Strayhorn's book on numerology about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. My father-in-law was into numerology, and I wasn't into numerology at all. I was like, "What's this stuff?" And he read a few numbers. I was like, "What?" And that made me. So he bought me a bunch of books, and then I heard Lloyd Strayhorn, and I went and bought Mr. Strayhorn's book. And if you want to know more about numerology, that's the guy to speak to. So yeah, we're dealing with the cards of the week. We're going to go back into the reading this week, and then I will get to reading you guys. I already have a couple cash apps. My cash app, people who cash app me with their birthday, y'all first, and then from there, I will open the lineup and listen to y'all. If y'all want, y'all let me know. If you want me to just read you online, you can cash app me just your birthday. If you want me to give you a call and do the reading over the phone, you can just cash app me, and you can type in your number, and I can call your number when it's time, your phone number. Or, I can open my lineup and wait for, if I open my lineup and wait for you to call, my line gets busy real fast. So either way works for me. But let me read the cosmic lesson for this week, and then we're going to get into reading some of you guys. All right? Then I'm going to jump back and forth. What's the lesson for this week? King of Diamonds. That's that Joe Biden card. That King of Diamonds could be. That King of Diamonds could be a hell of a person to work with. That you can have a hell of a time with the Three of Diamonds. I mean, with a King of Diamonds, that could be somebody that's, oof. I'm over here getting a card. No, I don't want to answer the phone. Let me go here. I'm over trying to pull up some cards. Got people keep calling me. King of Diamonds. That's also the card of financial mastery. That's also another card with creativity in business. We started out talking about this being the Three of Diamonds week, and this is the week that if you're struggling financially, you're going to have to get creative. But what it's telling me in the cosmic lesson is, with the King of Diamonds being the lesson that you have for this week, whatever creativity you apply to whatever issues you're going through. And I said finances because finances is what a lot of people deal with, but it can be struggle in a lot of areas. Sometimes it may be a struggle at work or a struggle in, what next move to make. It's telling me that you got to go back inside. You got to look inside yourself. You have to fix yourself. You have to fix your worry. What you're worried about, take your energy off of worrying and apply that energy to creativity. One thing that I did when I read that this is a Three of Diamonds week this week, one thing that I read that I did last night was I just made sure that I got a really good meditation in, and for me, I meditate to music. I turn on some music and I zone out. I get the music playing. Step outside. It's warm, especially if most of the country's warm right now. It's in a heat wave. It's warm at night. Man, take a step outside. Take some deep breaths. Feel nature. Put your toes in the grass, in the dirt. Feel your environment. That's a way to decompress. That's a way to get back into yourself. Like, spend some time off social media when you're going through this. Personally, this week, when I saw what the cards was for this week, personally, I know for me, I'm taking this week off smoking weed. And I got that in meditation last night. Like, that's how I know it came in meditation. Because consciously, man, I ain't taking no motherfucking time off smoking weed. You dig? I love smoking 3, 4, 5, sometimes 7, 8 times a day. But it's good to have your break. You know what I mean? It's good to take a chill pill for a minute. It's good to relax for a minute. And so one thing that I'm doing to really get on my square for the week is just to not smoke and just clear out. Clear out. Just let it clear out. You know what I mean? We need that sometimes. Let me see here. We got a 4 club and a transformation. So how are we going to use here? Okay. Be stubborn this week. This can be a week. Be stubborn about your transition. Be stubborn about what you want. People always say, okay, don't be stubborn. And it's cool to not be certain to certain things, but you want to be you want to use it. You cannot not be anything. That's something that happens a lot in life. People are always quick to say what you shouldn't be, what you shouldn't do. Let's get something straight. All energies have a constructive and a destructive means. Everything is like fire. Everything is like water. You could have water can can feed the plants and give us life, water can also flood you and drown you. Fire can cook your food. Fire can warm you up. But fire can burn you to a crisp too. No different than the emotions. No different than the things that we need in life and want out of life. It's okay to be stubborn. Just be stubborn about the things that you want. Be stubborn about the things that you care about the most. Be stubborn about the things that at the end of the day that's going to make you happy. Oftentimes we have these things that'll make us happy, but we be thinking, oh, I can't get it. It ain't going to work. Yes, it can. You just got to be stubborn about making it work and using your creativity to make it work. That's for the week. Now, I am going to read your spreads from the people who donated the Cash App first. Yeah, we about to read that now. The first Cash App I got, let me see here. Cancel. Let me see here. I just got a Cash App birthday from Sir Worcestershire. October 4th. October 4th is your birthday. Okay. Okay, sir. Your birthday's October 4th. See? All right, see? Let me pull that up. You are a 5 of diamonds. Let me see here. Let me see if I can pull your spread up. Let me see. I'm on my teachers. Aquarius is my teacher. Shouts out to Aquarius Maximus. That's the lady who taught me this whole discipline. I got a dope ass teacher. I have a dope ass teacher. Five of diamonds is your card for this week. Okay. What does that mean? First off, we're dealing with a 5. So we know that when we're dealing with a 5, 5 is a symbol of change. 5s are hot and cold. 5 is a number of restlessness, and you can feel a little bit restless. You feel a little bit dissatisfied sometimes. Let me give you as a 5 of diamonds some keywords to look out for. When you at your best, you feel free. You feel progressive. You're adaptable. You're a very brilliant person, sir of Worcestershire. Hope you sit out there in the chat room listening. I'm not looking at the chat right now because my whole chat thing is messed up, so I can't read the chat the way I normally do. I can read some chats, but I can't read the chat the way I normally do. So I'm just going off of, I'm going through the Cash Apps right now. And then when I'm done with my Cash Apps, I will open up the phone lines. And if you Cash App me your phone number, I'll open up the phone line for you to over the phone too. But for right now, I'm kind of doing this a little bootleg on this end, y'all. I'm sorry. Like normally I got on one part of my screen I got a chat so I can read what you guys are reading or going through. But right now, with me having my cards up and some other issue going on in my program, I cannot read my chat room the way I normally read the chat room. But 5 of diamonds, I'm going to do a quick reading, and then hopefully this helps you out. As a 5 of diamonds, you're ambitious. You can be an extrovert. You can be brilliant. You can be expressive. You can be very spontaneous. But when you ain't at your best, Mr. 5 of diamonds, you can be irresponsible, You can be unstable. You can get very restless. Be negative. Sometimes you can be the negative nanny of the group, where everybody's like, what's wrong with this nigga? Why are you so negative? If you're feeling like that, that means you're not at your best. If you're feeling deceptive or contrarian, that just means you're not at your best. That's when you use the tools of grounding yourself. Whatever you do to get to zero down and calm down and get back into your regular groove, that's what you need to do. It's very important that you get in your groove as that 5 of diamond person, because you 5s can be people that y'all could be the life of the party, or you could be the tyrant of the party. It all depends on your mood. Personal freedom means a hell of a lot to you. Living by your own rules means a whole lot to you. So you want to make sure that when you're in positions where you can live by your own rules, that means you in good shape. You're not too attached as a 5 of diamonds to material things. You like materials, it's cool, but you don't really have to have them. You know what I mean? You find off just being in your own world. Materials don't define you as a 5 of diamonds. You have a Queen of Spades in your Mercury. So that's telling me that you have a super sharp mind and a very strong personality. You quick and a strong personality. And what that tells me is, if you're in an area of people that don't have, if you're in a space of insecure people, you can rub them the wrong way. Salute to Jayla, the self-esteem queen. You say you about to send me another candle? Man, that's dope. Man, I be burning. I'm telling you, I be burning Jayla's candles. I like burning Jayla's candles when I'm doing my, like right now when I'm reading. I'm always either burning a candle or burning incense. With me being a Gemini, I'm an air sign. Air and smoke does a lot for me. Helps me interpret the world around me. So Sir Worcestershire, Mr. 5 of Diamonds, I hope that this has been something that's been helpful. I hope this is something. I don't know your chat room. I don't know your name in the chat room. I just saw the name that you sent me through Cash App. So hopefully that was something that was there to help you out. Hope you got something from it. And again, I'm offering, if you want a mini reading or a full reading, it's all available on breakthroughas.org. You can book your Cardology session. I'm having 10% off all week, y'all. So if y'all want to be read in public and you want to go more in depth, 10% off the rest of the week. But you got to book this week. It's only good for this week. breakthroughas.org. 10% off mini readings, 10% off full length readings. I also can read your children. I can read your job. I can read your week, what to look out for in the near future. All that good stuff, right? The cards can tell you any of this stuff. So hopefully that helps you out, Sir Worcestershire. Next up, B Polly. You next. So your birthday is April 1st. And salute to my teacher, Miss Aquarius Maximus. Like, I was already learning this stuff on my own. And then a while ago, I saw that. I was like, hold on. Aquarius is teaching? I enrolled in that and shit. It's one thing to learn on your own, but when you got a master teacher that's offering a slot for you to learn, you take it. B Polly, you are a 7 of clubs. I'm sorry, I said clubs. A 7 of spades. That tells me you're very spiritual, man. You're a spiritual dude. I'm not sure if you're tapped into it yet. See, here's the thing with spiritual people, and this is true with all spades people. Spades people are tapped in spiritually. But like anything else, you can either choose to go in a direction or not to. It still comes down to choices. You know what I mean? So you have people who are highly spiritually inclined, but you have some people who they may have been turned off from spirituality by the church. And the church does a really good job of that. I remember the church I grew up in, if they saw me reading these cards, my pastor would be calling me a soothsayer. DeWine, that's of the devil. That's what those soothsayers do. You don't trust Jesus? You don't trust the Lord. If you trusted Jesus, hallelujah, you wouldn't be reading those cards. Because Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. So a lot of people grew up under that indoctrination. And they may not go to church anymore, but they still believe some of that doctrine because it was implanted and imparted in them at a young age. So oftentimes, those are people that run away from spirituality. So you're a 7 of diamonds, 7 of spades. Look at my dyslexic ass trying to make you a diamond. You're a 7 of spades. So what does that tell me, B Polly? That tells me when you at your best, you're faithful, you're introspective, you're fun, very creative and positive too. And you're an optimistic cat. And you can be entertaining to those around you. And humorous to when you in your right path. When you ain't feeling your best, you could be restless. You could be manipulating. You could get downright ruthless if somebody fuck with you in the wrong way. If somebody goes there and you don't like what they did, they better watch out. They better watch out. Because you can get fixated on somebody that do you wrong, and you ain't gonna rest until you satisfied with their destruction. You don't want to get caught up in that energy for too long. It's okay to be negative. We all negative at times in our lives. Just when you're feeling yourself be that way, again, that's when it's time to relax. That's when it's time to ground. That's when it's time to chill and get back into yourself. You like natural beauty. Like if a woman, B Polly, when you've been a 7 of diamonds, you all about it. Your women got to be natural. I mean, you're not into the fake booties and a woman with a pin of hair that goes down to her ankles that got pent up in there, but her ponytail in real life is as long from the last knuckle in your pinky to the fingernail. A woman with a pinky long versus the hair with 25 inches of hair in their head, that ain't gonna work for you. You rather her be just have her short hair and rock that shit natural. I know you can smash the fake stuff. We men, men can smash anything, but you only gonna settle down with what's real. You only gonna settle down with what's real. Let me see. Let's see here. Let's go into that 7 of spades more. You got to focus on higher values, bruh. Yeah, your freedom is gonna be where your values are. Your blessings come from. You have a higher. Would you been a 7 of spades? You have a high. You have a high natural order. You have a high order for yourself, meaning you can't be around people doing low level degenerate shit. If you're around people doing like low level degenerate stuff and they're doing crime, you'll be the one that gets caught. They may get away, but you'll be the one that get caught. Make sure that you live up to the high standards that you have set. And that's something as a 7 of spades, you want to really make sure that you do. Look out, watch your surroundings, and watch who you're around. So let me see here. You also could be. You also could. Are you Polly? Are you like a little? Are you mistake prone? Are you the kind of nigga that be dropping shit or be getting? You the one that'll be walking and a door hit you in the back of the head or something. So some kind of little small accident, some little knick-knack elements. See, a 7 of spades person when they're not at their best morally, when the 7 of spades people are when seven of spades people are sort of just kind of knick-knacking through life and not really paying attention, not really in alignment with their higher values, you get in a lot of little small accidents, little small incidents, nothing major. Nothing major. So yeah, if you're smooth and careful, that means you're in alignment. That means you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Now, everybody has their warnings as to when they're off. And for you, if you're getting like little small, like bumping your head, just little small things, for you, that's a signal, that's a sign that you walking in the wrong direction. You're doing the wrong thing. You're taking the wrong path. If you're not having little small elements, issues, that means you're on the right path. So be very, 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 very aware of those type little small cues. All right. You said as a kid, you stayed away from dumbness. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta keep that in you, bruh. Keep avoiding the dumb shit. Next up, I have Deanna, and then after Deanna, I have Kimberly. It's going to be Deanna, then Kimberly. Those are the next two that hit me on the Cash App. Like I said, the Cash App readings get priority. Deanna, your birthday is 7. See, another thing about Cardology, if you ever had a personal session for me, like where we did face-to-face, you're going to see me pull out my books. Because I'm telling you right now, and use this website, I don't know birthdays off the top of my head. I don't like my birthday. And if you're somebody that, like, if your birthday happens to be the same birthday of somebody that I know, because the people I know, for the most part, I know their card. So if your birthday happens to fall on the same date as somebody I know, then I can pull up. I don't know your birthday off the top of my head. Or if your birthday falls within a few days of someone I know, because as you see right here on the calendar, the birthdays sort of go in an order. So if I know, let's say, if I know someone is, if I see right here, the next person's birthday is July 11th. That's who I'm reading next. So now that I know that, if someone said, hey, if I was out somewhere and I just finished reading someone who's July 11th, and they told me, hey, my birthday is an ace of diamonds, I already know that when it comes to Cardology, you count down. It always starts at a king, then it goes down in sequential order. So me just seeing that I've read someone on July 11th, if someone came to me and said, hey, my birthday is July 13th, I'll be like, okay, I just read 4 diamonds on July 11th. That means the 12th is the 3rd. That's kind of how I would do it. But I don't really know a lot of these cards off the top of my head. I gotta go online and pull up. For me, the best thing to do is just go online and pull up a spread. But I can also calculate it based on the date. But the calculations on calculating a birth date and the card, those can be a bitch. So I just make it easy, and I just go online and I calculate the birthday. Then from there, I pull your card, and then I make decisions based on my intuition. From there, once I see your card, after that's my intuition. Like learning to read cards. Any one of you guys out there can read cards. This is a science, like anything else. You get enough books, you can learn to read cards. The big thing with cards, though, is intuition. Your intuition. Because there's a wide range of possibilities within every card. It's the intuition that points you in the right direction of where to go within that range. But this is for the Cash App donation for Deanna. You are a 4 of diamonds. So with you being a 4, that lets me know off the top that you're very stable. You're very stable. You're very loyal too. When you're at your best, you're devoted, you're trustworthy, you're hardworking, you're secure within yourself. You can be charming when you want. You're also very intelligent. And you're practical too. I'm sure people come to you whenever it's a lot going on in the world, people come to you and you're the one that sort of bring reason to what's going on with people. When you're not at your best, you're stubborn. You can be critical. You can be judgmental. You can be fearful. These are things, and you can be restless. When you're in those moods, when you're in those energies, you want to make sure that you relax. Because that's how you know that you're not at your best, when you're feeling that stuff. As a 4 of diamonds, you're very self-reliant and straightforward. You know, people don't really have to worry about you. You're going to take care of yourself. But you will tell the truth. And one thing about you 4 of diamonds, folks, you're going to lay the truth down, and you're going to lay that truth down on their ass. That's a 4 of diamonds person right there. Like, 4 of diamonds people, they tend to not, when it comes to telling the truth, they tend to not give a damn. And your 4 of diamonds is in Cancer. So that means you're ruled by the moon. And with you being ruled by the moon, that means you can be very emotional. You know, emotions can if you don't control your emotions, they can get the best of you. Or if you're in control of your emotions, that's the energy behind you to trudge through whatever challenges you're facing. You can also be a little bit nervous and restless. And one thing you got to watch out for is sometimes you don't feel appreciated. You don't feel appreciated. Got to watch out for that, because it may just be a feeling. You probably are appreciated, but your perception, your point of view is making you not feel that way. B. Paulie said Corey must be. Hey, if y'all want me to do a celebrity reading, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do celebrity readings on here like once a week too. I'm gonna read the week, but I'm also gonna have different celebrities I read. Y'all want me to read? Chat room, y'all the faithful in here. What y'all think about me reading celebrities? Y'all, would that be interesting to y'all? For me to pull up different celebrities' birthdays and read their card? Let me know if y'all think that'd be interesting. But back to Deanna, my 4 of diamonds person that sent me the Cash App. with you being a 4 of diamonds, you're ruled by you're held to a standard, the standard of cause and effect. Cause and effect, that law of cause and effect is really real for you. So you really want to watch how you go about getting the things that you want. Because whatever you do, you're going to be the karma is going to come back to you. So what does that mean? Meaning when you do things, make sure your heart's in the right place. Make sure you have the intention of the highest good. Make sure you have the intention of doing right by whatever you're doing or whoever you're doing. Make sure you have that. All right? Make sure your intentions are good. Because if they're not, whatever negative energy you put into what you're doing, that's going to boomerang right back to you. So I want you to make sure of that. You're right, I gotta get the correct birthdays for my celebrities. Jada said it depends on the celeb. I would do it for whoever you want. Honestly, I would. It's cards. I don't pre-plan these shows. Like, I don't pull out the books and be like, okay, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna read this card and I'm gonna be I do my readings off the fly. So whatever celebrity, if y'all want me to do celebrity readings, I want y'all to throw the names out there for me. And then what we'll do is we'll Google their birthdays. And then we'll find out what card they are. And then we'll do it that way. But that comes down to you. Hell, I got a lot of people in the B1, so we can read some cards of past great historians that we love. People who wrote great books that we love. People who did great things. Some of the great inventors of the past or whatever. Anything. We could do readings of damn George Washington Carver if you want to. But Deanna, I hope that works. This reading that I gave you so far, this mini reading. Of course, these readings can go much deeper. Hell, it feels like when I do it, for those of you who've had my sessions, it feels like after an hour, it feels like we just getting started sometimes. So although my sessions are an hour, oftentimes they go an hour 15, hour and a half. Some depending on what it is. And I don't do that all the time, but sometimes it's like that. And then still in an hour and a half, it still feels as if you're barely touching the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, 4 diamonds, make sure you stay in your integrity. Integrity means a lot to you. Stability and balance, that means a lot to you. When you stay in your integrity, when you do things with a high vibration, when you do things with good intention, that's the energy you'll receive back in return. So make sure you do that. All right. Next we have Miss Kimberly. Let's pull up Miss Kimberly's birthday. Okay. Oh, you're a new sub. Thank you. Congratulations. I appreciate that. You didn't leave me the year for the birthday, but it don't matter. I would like to have the year, but October 28th is going to be the same card no matter what year. Okay. There we go. So let me pull up your card spread. October 28th. Let's see here. You are a 7 of hearts. 7 of hearts. You're a heart. That means you're very emotional. Your emotions can be the best thing for you, or they can get in your way and cause all kind of hell. It all comes down to how you control your emotions. Hearts card. Anyone who has a heart, and other cards, the hearts don't have as many birthdays as the hearts only represent 52 birthdays out of the year. All right. So it's less hearts than other cards. versus a club. A club represents 133 birthdays out of the year. Diamonds represent 131 birthdays out of the year. Spades represent 49 birthdays out of the year. And hearts represent 52 birthdays out of the year. Your time of the year is spring as a heart. As a heart, you're very fun-loving and youthful. And as a 7, you're there as a 7 of heart. Let's go into your 7 of heart. It's a mystical. You know, you could be mystical. You can overcome things. You can use your spirituality to overcome more than a lot of people. But also, as a 7 of hearts, you can also use your spirituality to hide, to not address what's going on. You want to be aware of that as a 7 of heart. When you're at your best, you're introspective, you're extremely faithful. Extremely faithful. You're gifted. You're very creative. You're discerning. And you're scholarly too. And you can be pretty funny when you're at your best. When you're not at your best, you can be controlling. You can be worrisome. You can be very negative and critical. Whenever you're in the mode of being negative and critical, that means you're outside of yourself. That means you're stuck in your ego. Got to sit that ego down. As a 7 of hearts, one of the life lessons of a 7 of heart is forgiveness without expectations. Since as a heart you're emotional, oftentimes 7 of hearts can take things, and sometimes you could take things to be more, even though you're right in what happened, you can make it more extreme and bigger than what it really is. That's why forgiveness is so important to you as a 7 of hearts. Knowing that sometimes, even though you may feel a certain way, it's you knowing that, hey, sometimes I could be on one. I could be on one. So let me take what's happening and be reasonable about it. Because one thing about that 7 heart is you're a very extremely powerful person. And you can use that power to uplift, or you can use that power to be ruthless. That's why being in your own and being in yourself is so important to you. It's so important to you. It's extremely important to you. You have a 7 of diamonds in your Mercury. That means you oftentimes when you talk, you can feel misunderstood. That 7 of diamonds, when they talk, you'll be saying some real stuff, but sometimes it's tough for people to understand what you're saying. And that can be very frustrating for you. That can be very frustrating. So make sure that you are very clear and you speak slowly and you ask questions and you ask for clarity when you communicate with people. You got that 9 of clubs in Jupiter. What's that? What's that 9? That 9 of clubs in Jupiter is standing out to me. Why is that 9 of clubs in Jupiter standing out? That 9 of clubs in Jupiter means financial success. That means your financial success. I said success. Success. Damn. Maybe a Freudian slip. Your financial success is going to come after a lot of hard work. It's going to take some work to get there. But as you keep working towards it, whatever that goal is that you have, whatever that thing it is you're doing, you're going to have financial success at it. But that success, that major success, with it being in your Jupiter years, that's telling me it's going to come a little later in your life as you get into your 40s. As you get into your 40s. I don't know how, you didn't give me a year, so I don't know how old you are. But hopefully that helps. Also, with that 9 of clubs in Jupiter, that's also telling me, you know, if you have an ending or something, something that's coming to an end, don't be stressed out. Don't be stressed out. Every ending is a new beginning. So if you're ending something and you may feel a little bit heartbroken, you may feel like, damn, that's it, it's over. Know that you have something bigger right behind it. You got to know that. Like I said, 1983? Okay. Cool. So yeah, you're still in your Mars years. You're going into your Jupiter years. So yeah, you're going into that. You're going into some pretty good success. And that success is coming after, I'm sure you've been putting in some work. You've been putting in work for a minute on something. Whatever that thing is you've been putting in work, you're going to experience a lot of success for that as you get into your 40s. I'm on point? Cool. All right, I got a Queen of Clubs that just hit me in a super chat. All right, cool. I can tell you off the top of my head, that Queen of Clubs, I know a lot of Queen of Clubs. You is a teacher. That Queen of Clubs is a teacher. Queen of Clubs can be proud. Let me go ahead and pull up your spread first on here. You didn't give me a birthday, so I'm gonna pull up what's a Queen of, let me just put in a Queen of Clubs birthday. Let's pull up a Queen of Clubs spread. Because nothing about cardology, whatever cards you have, everyone has the same spread. The next 12 cards after your face card is the same for everybody. So you're a Queen of Clubs. All right? And as a Queen of Clubs, you're loving, you're charming, devoted. Like you hella loyal and devoted to whatever you do. Whatever it is you do, or whoever you're with. You're extremely devoted. You're supportive. You're mothering when you're at your best. When you're not at your best, however, you can be arrogant. You can be impatient. You can be a little bit high-strung, emotionally high-strung at that. Indecisive and controlling and bossy. When you feeling bossy and neurotic and vindictive, you want to center yourself. You want to ground yourself, all right? You need to take, what did they say back in the 80s? Take a chill pill. That's what they used to say back in the 80s, that corny ass saying. Take a chill pill, Bill. That's what you want to do. Hit the Cash App if you want. I appreciate the super chats and I will accept it, but it's better off if you hit the Cash App and you want a reading. But as a Queen of Clubs, take a chill pill when you're feeling stressed out. For real. As a Queen of Clubs, you enjoy you kind of, if you chose the right path, if you're on the path that you want to be on, that you need to be on, that means you like your work. You enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, that means you chose the wrong path. Because a Queen of Clubs is supposed to enjoy work. They're supposed to enjoy the profession or the task that they chose. And with you being a mother, the Queen of Clubs is the mother of higher knowledge, you know? Meaning if you followed your instinct, that means you're now doing what you need to be doing. You got to really follow your instincts as a queen of clubs. As a queen of clubs, you enjoy being well informed on a topic. Whatever topics you decide to inform yourself on, you're going to know more than everybody else. It's period. Whatever you decide to focus your energy on, whatever you decide to look at and stare in the eye and say, okay, I'm going to do whoop, 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 you're going to do it. Because that's the power you have as a queen of clubs. You sort of gravitate towards, if you have a job, either you're the boss or you work in a position that's autonomous, like a teacher or somebody who, like, basically a kind of job that ain't nobody over your head all goddamn day. You either do that or you own your own business. One of the two. You either got a job where you're in control or you run your own business. Your birthday's 9/12. Let me see here. Your birthday, I'm having a hard time with the chat today, y'all. Like I said, my chat isn't where it normally is. Normally I can read y'all chats. Right there, the way my computer tripping today. So I'm having to kind of flip back and forth between multiple pages right now. You said 9/12/81? Okay. And make sure I'm right. Oh, yeah, so you're still queen of clubs. You're still queen of clubs. But now that you gave me your birthday, let me read your reading just for you and your birthday. Because each queen of clubs, depending on where it is, what birthday it falls on, and like with all cards, your birthday gives an indication of the more direct energy you'll be taking on under that card. Like you could have a brother and sister who are queen of clubs and be completely different. Because one may be a Virgo queen of clubs, the other one may be a Taurus queen of clubs. Let's see here. But you, my friend, since your birthday is 9/12, that means, what was it, 9/12? Yeah. That means you're a Virgo queen of clubs. Oh, so that means you're a mental technician. At the same time, you're practical. Like when it comes to art and when it comes to creative things, you can be someone that really gets things right and in order. And other artists or other people who do what you do, they're impressed by your work. You may see it as mundane as normal, but everyone else is looking like, oh man, that's some dope shit. You'll be really good in the science fields too. It's one of the cards that can be just as good as an artist as they are a scientist. Oftentimes, a scientist and an artist are going to be two totally separate cards. But a queen of clubs, you could actually do both. It comes down to whatever you choose. You're not really big on writing and speaking, but you are interested in lectures. You like to listen. You're a mental master. You're a great teacher. Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you like, you're really good at teaching it. All right, so hopefully that helps. Next up, we got Big Lee. Big Lee said his birthday is 9/5/80. right. 905 1980. What card is that? Are you a 6 of diamonds? Oh, Big Lee, did you have any tragedy in your life at a young age, like adults that may have transitioned, or any kind of like, I don't know why that's because 6 of diamonds oftentimes had they had a lot of early childhood trauma, but then they grow up and turn out to live a fairly constructive life. It's like no matter what went on as a child, if you had, I'm not showing this to you because this may not have happened to you, but it is typical with that card, with that 6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds, a lot of 6 of diamonds had a lot of early life traumas that shapes the rest of their life. But the cool thing about a lot of the 6 of diamonds is they'll take that early life trauma as lessons for the rest of their life and live fairly constructive lives. That's when you're at your best as a 6 of diamonds, you're responsible, you're secure within yourself, you're stable, you're creative, you're intelligent, you're respectful, you're comforting to people around you. You know, you're somebody that, you know, when other people off they rocker, they can come around you and get some balance. You're also very creative. When you're not at your best, you could be dishonest. You can procrastinate like forever. You could be dominating. And you could be a little bit naive when you're not at your best. So you want to watch out for those things. You want to watch out. Watch out if you're feeling vengeful. Watch out if you're feeling irresponsible. These are feelings that let you know that, hey, those are signals from the universe saying, hey, get back in line, get back in check. As a 6 of diamonds. You also you could be a natural accountant. You can be a natural, like, you I'm sure your finances are straight if you focused on them. Like, you ain't the kind of person that's gonna be bouncing checks all over the place. If you commit to something financially, you'll follow through with it. You ain't. I'm sure you also have good credit too. He said, "My psychic." I can be. But right now I'm just reading the cards. I'm not being psychic right now. The cards are a science. You are, even when you have, as a 6 of diamonds, even when you have swift changes that aren't for the best, swift changes that you don't like, you still have the integrity and you still have a lot of honor. You don't let those circumstances pull you out of your integrity. You're a very honorable person. You can be the performer if you want to be, but you oftentimes choose not to be. Self-doubt and and self-worry, those are major issues for you. Your self-doubt can stop you from doing great things. Same with your worry. As a 6 of diamonds, be very cautious. Be extremely cautious of worry and self-doubt. Be extremely cautious. All right? But you're, at the end of the day, with you being a 6, you're very balanced. All right? So make sure you stay in the middle. That's very important for you. Don't take sides in a lot of things. Just stay in the middle. Stay in the balance. Stay balanced. Staying balanced is extremely important for you. Cool. I've got a couple more Cash Apps. Let's see what y'all talking about. All right, we have Leon Campbell, you next, Deandra, and then Justin. We got 3 more to go. Leon, Deandra, and then Justin. Leon, did you let me see 9-5? Did I read Leon already? I'm reading Leon now, 9-5. That's Leon. You Leon. I'm over here, shit. Reading both. Let me read a little more since you did both. Let me, with the 6 of diamonds. Let's read some more of your spread as a 6 of diamonds, shall we? 1980. So right now, you're going into your Jupiter years. You just entered your Jupiter years. So that tells me you're an 8 of clubs in your Jupiter. Let's see what that's talking about, nigga. 8 of clubs in Jupiter. Oh, you about to have some business success there, Big Lee. That 8 of spades in Jupiter that's the card of business success. It's also the card of good health and good recovery, meaning your health is in good shape. And if you do have any kind of ailments that do come up over these next few years of your life, you're going to recover from that. So if you end up getting sick, don't get worried. You're in the 8 of spades season of your life. That means you'll be good. But you must take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. You will get opportunities that come your way in this season of your life. The best thing you can do, Big Lee, is take advantage of those. Is to take advantage. Please take advantage of the opportunities. Some of those opportunities may seem so simple. It may seem like, man, what is this? Take advantage. Take advantage. Let's read some more your spread. You have a 3 of clubs in your result. And you have a 3 of spades in your lesson. Okay. You have a lot of creative energies. On one hand, writing isn't your thing. On the other hand, writing can help deliver you. So you may want to look at some creative writing, and not necessarily writing you're going to sell, but creative things that are on your mind. Flush them out on paper. That'll help you make big decisions. Hopefully that helped. I haven't seen any I don't know what's going on in my chat room right now, so hey, like all I can say is hopefully that helped. I cannot read if it did or not. But okay, we got Deandra next. She got Malcolm X's birthday, May 19th. 1992. It helped? Cool, Big Lee. Cool. Yeah. Anything else I can help you out with, brother? Just let me know. Just know that as that 6, as that 6 of diamonds, that don't let that self-worth. If you're being self-doubtful, if you're not feeling like you're not worth whatever it is you want to attain, understand that's your ego talking. It's not true. Although emotions can feel real, that doesn't mean they're true. this is just a lesson for everybody. Know the difference between what's real and what's true. All right? Emotions can be very real. You know they're real because you experience them. But just because they're real and you experience them, it doesn't mean that it's true. Hell, most of the times things that we're emotional about are things that we're just being anxious about and we haven't reconciled and we haven't done anything about. And we haven't even totally faced, because oftentimes, you ever notice that in life, when you face the things that's really been stressing you out, oftentimes it's not as big as what was stressing you out. Y'all ever notice that? Whenever you face that issue that you've been facing, a lot of times it is not as bad as you originally felt. Okay, so Deandra's a king of clubs, like me. You got Malcolm X's birthday, king of clubs. That means you are the master of master teachers. That's what that tells me. Let me see here. Let's pull these up. Let's put these. Let me organize my screen a little bit better. But yeah, you are a king of clubs. Hold on, let me push this down. That means you are the master teacher. What do they say? Who's the master? Show enough. Who's the prettiest? Show enough. Who's the baddest mofo walking down around this town? Show enough. I can't hear you. That's the king of clubs. Welcome to my life. That's my life. That's my card right there, the king of clubs. The king, anytime you're a king in the suite, that's leadership, that's responsibility. The kings are the ultimate greatness out of any suite. Queens too. Don't get me wrong. Kings and queens are equal. It's just like, even though the king is the highest card in the deck and the queen is second highest card, that's just because of numbers, chronological order. In actuality, in practice, the kings and the queens are equally as powerful. If you a jack in any area, that means you got a little bit of jackass in you. I think that's why they call it jackass. The jackasses can be a little bit immature, but still greatly refined. Your tens are royal too. Your tens could be up there with the kings, and they all have their own energy. But as a king of clubs, Deandra, when you're at your best, you're masterful, you're royal, you're successful, you're brilliant, you're strong, very honorable. See, one thing about us kings of clubs is we can't lie. You're not going to find too many liars that are king of clubs. Now, I'll tell you this. A king of clubs may not tell you the whole truth. King of clubs, if a king of clubs lies, they lie through omission. They're not going to just come out and tell you today the sky is green like some people will. Some people, like an ace of spades, out of nowhere, they'll just tell you, man, look, the sky is green. Can't you see? Like, no, nigga, the shit's blue. No, it's green. Now, king of clubs ain't gonna do that. If you ask a king of clubs a question, if they say something and you follow up with a question, it's something inside of them that has to tell you the truth. If you see a king of clubs that's down and out and not doing well in life and fucked up, that's probably because they're not telling the truth. King of clubs have extremely high karma for being deceptive, for not telling the truth. The karma on a king of clubs that doesn't tell the truth is amazingly brutal. So you want to make sure you stay in truth. When you're not at your best as a king of clubs, you can be tyrannical, condescending, arrogant, high-strung, angry. You can be insecure. You can be argumentative. You can be rebellious. if you're facing those energies, if you're facing those things, then that's telling you right there that you need to get back on your square. You need to get back on your square. That's all that's saying. As a king of clubs, you are here to live life on your own terms. That means you must get clear on what those terms are. And as you become clear on what those terms are, you live it. I don't like me. I'm so glad I discovered the science of cardology, because when I started learning to read and I started reading myself, I was able to see why I've been the way I am, like my whole life. Like, it makes sense. Like, oh, that's why I've always been that way. Like, as a king of clubs, I can't sit in no damn office all day. I could never work a 9-to-5 job where I have to be somewhere. Some king of clubs can. Me being a Gemini king of clubs, not for me. And I realized that when I was like 20, I worked at the bank. And when I worked at the bank in the summertime, when I was full-time in college too. But in the summer, when I wasn't in college, sometimes I would work full-time during the summer. And I'd have to be at the bank 40 hours a week in the summer. And I remember when I was 20 and I worked that full-time in the summer, I realized right then, man, whatever it is I do the rest of my life, that shit cannot involve having to be in the same building every day, 8-10 hours a day. Hell no. I made that decision when I was 20 and I put my foot in the ground. And now I'm 41. I ain't never worked the job that I had to be at. Whatever job I had, whatever bit, it always was something that was in the field, something that allowed me to choose my own schedule. Because as a king of clubs, doing things on your own terms is imperative. Because you're a king. You get what you want. So be clear on what it is that you want. Also, as a king of clubs, you can also you can also worry a lot over finances. On one hand, you worry a lot. On the other hand, your finances are always taken care of. It's like no matter what happened, no matter how things looked, when you look back, everything was cool. DeAndre, you say you struggling with that right? You struggling with that right now? Yeah. Yeah, if you're in an encapsulated environment, that can mean a lot for the king of clubs. That environment can stress you the hell out to the point to where you're not really being yourself outside of work. Cause you're so stressed out of being stuck up in some damn office all day. That can really get to you. So make sure that you get clear on what you want, and also have the understanding and the understanding that whatever it is that you want, you can get it. It just requires you to focus on it and to pay close attention. All right. And you're also, like I say, you're just an overall good communicator. Stay clear on what you communicate to those around you, those you love the most, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because you gave me a nice donation. Let me see. Let me read one more. I'm gonna read one more part of your spread, and then I'll move on to the next. Let's see here. What other cards are in your spread? Oh yeah, you got that 10 of clubs in your results. That's the card of the broadcaster. That's the card of the radio, the podcast personality. You got that 4 of diamonds in Mars. That means you're spiritually. Those years in your 30s is the time that you spend getting spiritually sound. All right. So that's some good insight. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to help. All right, we got one more. Justin S. 07. 21, 1987. You a 7 of clubs. I'm getting these 7s today. Shit. Justin S is the 7 of clubs. What does that mean? Let's find out, shall we? Let me put this up there. There we go. 7 of clubs. Doom, 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 doom. Man, I don't know what it is, but I've been wanting to watch the Smurfs lately for some reason. Like, are the Smurfs streaming anywhere? Because if they are, I'm like gonna binge watch the Smurfs tonight or something like that. I've been having that Smurf song stuck in my head. La 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 la. I always wanted to sock the shit out of Gargamel. Gargamel is like one of the biggest haters in TV cinematic history. Smurfs just minding their own business, and then here come Gargamel. Smurfs, come here, you little Smurfs. And the little cat Azrael. Oh, I hated that cat. I always wanted Papa Smurf to get some juju on that little cat Azrael and have that cat like scratch Gargamel in the eye or something like that. Star said you can't stand his cat. I hated that cat. But Justin S, this brother is a 7 of clubs. Again, spiritual. What does that tell me? And a club is a club of teaching, a club of communication. That means to tell me you be really good at you're probably into this esoteric occult knowledge. They call it occult. All occult means is hidden. And the reason why things like cardology is considered occult knowledge or hidden knowledge, it had to hide. Because cardology is a breakdown of the calendar of personalities, of events. It's a method that can be used to read people and read events and read the future, and read the past. Very important with cardology. So, what happens when people who establish sciences like this, what happens when they go to war with other countries? If they're ever conquered, which every empire gets conquered at some point, the people who now run that empire, they then take control of the knowledge, and they like to kill the people off that have the knowledge. So these cards became games that we know: spades, poker, go fish, war, speed. You ever wonder why the house always wins when it comes to cards? House always wins because these things are a science. That's a guarantee. Dice are also spiritual. I don't know the spirituality behind dice yet, but dice are very spiritual. Fire is spiritual. You can read flames. You can read colors. A lot of things that we can read, but we've been taught by Western society that this is all metaphysical googly gop or whatever, when at the end of the day, these are sciences that predate all the education systems that these people are using to say your education system is bullshit. No. Cardology predates all this other shit that you do. Only things that predate cardology is math and astrology. Math and astrology, numerology, astrology, those are the only things that predate cardology. Everything else you learned came after. So, as a 7 of clubs, let me get back to my 7 of clubs person. You want to make sure that your power is in line with, your high vibration. You're creative. You can be an intellectual. But you're not going to get the best out of life unless you're in a positive vibration, a positive attitude. As a 7 of clubs, if you down on yourself, if you speak negative things into existence all the time, that's what you're going to experience. So if things aren't going right for you, check how you talk. Check your language. Check that stuff. Because you're supposed to be living an abundant life. And if you're not, a lot of that will have to do with, how you're communicating. 7 is a very challenging card, but remember this. Along with every great challenge comes great reward. So when you hear challenge, don't be defeated. Don't feel as if, oh man, that's going to be hard. I'm not going to be able to do it. No. It's the exact opposite. A challenge is put in front of you to overcome. But as you overcome, your rewards are going to be bigger. Because what do they say? The bigger challenge, the bigger reward. You want to make sure that, let me see here. Whatever spiritual knowledge that you attain, you want to make sure it's of the highest vibration. You don't want to use spirituality because some people, and I know this may sound funny, but some people learn spirituality so they can learn how to hex people and do all kind of shit like that. That's dangerous. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you use your spirituality for constructive means. Oh, you have an 8 of hearts in your transformation. That means you're a healer. With an 8 of hearts being your transformation, that means you have the ability to use your knowledge to heal people. Whether that be physical healing or mental healing, I don't know. But you definitely can heal. And your Neptune is the king of clubs, so that means subconsciously you got a master teacher down there waiting to come out. So whatever field that is that you get into, that you study, that you invest your time and energy into, you'll be the person that comes out a master in that field. So make sure that you master whatever it is that you start. Make sure you master whatever it is that you start. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all cash apps and super chats. If you'd like a full in-depth reading to find out what these things are that we're talking about, to go in deeper, if you were listening and you didn't necessarily want to get your card read across online, I get it. I understand. Hit me up, breakthroughas.org. Chat room, please help me out with that, with the website. Oh, you appreciate it? Oh, that worked? That was right, Justin? Cool. I'm glad it worked for you, brother. This is called Cardology. Cardology is the science of the playing cards. The science that was the reason these cards were created. The science that's disguised in Las Vegas games. Cards everywhere. But they never told you can read these cards to read your destiny. So click book now on my homepage. We can read events. We can read yourself. We can read your children. We can read your spouse. How do you talk to that knucklehead that won't stop, that won't listen? Well, let's go to the cards and find out. My book is still coming out pretty soon. Tell It Like It Is. That's the name of the title of the book. Tell It Like It Is. The Art of Loving Communication. I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This book cover. Here it is. I'm gonna go with this book cover. Tell It Like It Is. The Art of Loving Communication. That's the how-to book. I can tell you to communicate better, but some people are like, how do I get that done? Well, this book is gonna be how you get it done. And for those of you who are on my Patreon members will get the book first. My Patreon members will get the book for free. And we will be doing regular meetups on Patreon to webinars I don't even want to use the word webinar. I just want more so interactive classes on the book. I'll say that. Because webinar is just something where I'm just sitting back dictating to you guys. I like to be a little more interactive on Patreon. So for those of you who are struggling in the communication department or you want to get better at your communication, the Patreon regular meetups, we're going to cover all that good stuff. Because we are here to help. Like I said, it was spot on. Cool. Oh, you said that your grandfather's a pastor? Yeah. So, I mean, your grandfather did not want you doing this right here, taking readings. That's of the devil. Jesus, hallelujah, is all you need. Well, hell, Jesus gave, these playing cards are older than Jesus. How can the church give me something that's older than the church? Reading playing cards is older than the Bible. It's older than the Quran. It's older than Judaism. It's older than the language of English. It's older than the Latin language. This shit here is old. It's just been hidden. Because when you're dealing with ignorant civilizations, the first thing they do is stamp out the knowledge. The first thing ignorant leadership does. And so our ancestors, our forefathers had to hide this science in games. So, yep. So basically, again, Clinton said, can I get a money back guarantee that I won't go to hell for a reading? Hey, you a fool for that. He said, you want your money? I think, look, if you go to hell, I think you got more worrying to do than the money you paid for a reading, my brother. No, I cannot guarantee that you won't go to hell. How can I guarantee that you won't go to a place that I don't even think exists? Hell is in your mind. But I get it. The church told us hell is a lake of fire. And if you turn your back on Jesus, Lord, if you turn your back on Jesus, you will spend the rest of eternity in the lake of fire. So you better listen. You better pay your tithes. You better join the choir, the usher board, the deacon board. You better count the tithes and offerings too. Now don't ask for none, but we need you to count them. Y'all stupid. But yeah, that concludes today's readings. Again, book at breakthroughas.org for a reading of your own. And I'll be back next week. Next week we're gonna do some we're gonna read the week, the karmas and the energies for the week. Remember, this is a week. This week is something that you gotta be watching out for, is being financially creative. Be creative financially. If things are being real tight If things ain't going a certain way and you're a little stressed out, get quiet and tap into your creativity. You have that energy supporting you. Know what I mean? So check in tomorrow. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we will have Dr. Clyde Winters. Great historian, researcher, author, college professor. Dr. Clyde Winters is somebody who taught us about the black presence here in North America long before Columbus. Tomorrow he's going to talk about the 5 migrations to North America. And it's going to help, clear any questions and confusion people may have about how long we've been here and about what's going on. He's a for real scientist, a for real doctor. That's going to give us the truth. You dig? But I appreciate y'all for listening. Thank y'all for signing up for readings. And remember this: there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those who are willing to pick up the game. Also, stay aware of, follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. I might still do the incense and ashtray tonight. I just had a change of schedule. If I can get back home in time, if I can get back home before 8 o'clock, I'm going to do incense and ashtrays tonight. If I can't get back home before 8 o'clock, I'll do it later on in the week. But the next incense and ashtrays, whatever I do, whenever I do it, it's going to be dedicated to Frankie Beverly and Mays. We will be celebrating the music of Frankie Beverly and Mays on the next incense and ashtrays. And that'll be either tomorrow night, either tonight or Wednesday night. I'm not sure yet. But follow me on IG and Twitter to know for sure. And then go to mixcloud.com/DewanB right now and turn on your notifications. You will get a notification that I'm live. All right? I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, yeah, 10% off. July, the discount code is July 2022. If you want a reading, go to my website. The discount code is July 2022, 2022. That's for 10% off all readings this week only. 10% off all readings this week only when you type in product code July 2022. All right, I'm out.